What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to give you our power rankings heading into week 4 of the NFL season. All that and much more coming your way right now. All right, before we get into today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video as it will help us out tremendously. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. All right, Nick, week 4 is upon us. Week 3 is in the books, and we have our power rankings to get to 25 through 32. Why don't you get us started? Who lands in the bottom 8 of the NFL?
First, I want to start with the worst team on our list, the Seattle Seahawks here at 32. Now, they just took on our number 31 team, the Atlanta Falcons, in which Seattle did not get the victory while at home. Geno Smith, once again, did not look very good and was not able to get this offense going. Now we see the running back situation not panning out like it did at the end of last year with Rashad Penny. He does not seem to have that momentum anymore. Kenneth Walker may be that guy, but he has not been given that opportunity. This offense is very stagnant at the moment, and when you see the Atlanta Falcons with Marcus Mariota under center, who's not playing very well, see this offense being able to produce quite a few points, it's not a good sign for the Seattle defense. Overall, the Seattle Seahawks are not playing very well. They got lucky in week 1, and we have not seen any of that magic since that, so that's why they sit here at 32. But I also want to take a look at our 28 team, the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders being the only 0-3 team in the NFL anymore, they are not looking good at all. Nothing is clicking for the offense or the defense. Max Crosby and Chandler Jones should be running wild on this defensive line, but they are just not doing much of anything, and we're not seeing the secondary be able to hold up. The offense cannot keep up, and the chemistry we saw between Derek Carr and Devontae Adams from week 1 seems to have completely vanished. They're not able to find each other. We're now seeing Matt Collins get really involved, but it's not leading to any points on the scoreboard. I don't like anything I'm seeing from this team overall, and with Josh McDaniels being a new head coach, this is not a good way for things to get started. I don't like the trajectory that the Las Vegas Raiders are on.
Yeah, the Raiders being 0-3 is definitely difficult, but taking a look at our next 8 teams, I want to focus on some positives here. Taking a look at team number 19, the Detroit Lions. The Lions have shocked the world, it seems like, with the way they're playing. And yes, I understand that they did lose to the Minnesota Vikings by 4 points, but they put on an absolute spectacle. They are getting after opposing quarterbacks. They are covering really well. They are keeping things in front of them. This is a different Lions team than we are used to seeing, and I really believe that they are on the up and coming rise that we see them on. I believe that Jared Goff has what it takes to lead this team currently, but if they could upgrade that quarterback position and get a few more pieces, I believe that they could be one of the top contenders in the NFC. With the addition of Aiden Hutchinson on that defensive line, this team is wreaking havoc, and they are a force to be reckoned with. I really like the Detroit Lions, and that's why they're here at 19. But next, I want to move on to 18, and that being the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos are lucky to be in this position because they have looked putrid at best. The fact remains that Russell Wilson has not looked like the $50 million man that he is being paid to be. He has not gotten this offense to where it is. They're getting a lot of yardage and just getting a lot of plays, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of 3 and outs. And looking at the statistic on Sunday night's game, we saw that they were the first team since 2006 to have 10 or more punts and win the game. That is abysmal, and Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett really need to figure this thing out. They need to get on the same page because the defense is doing everything in their power to keep them in these games. Russell Wilson needs to become Mr. Unlimited.
Swinging over to 9 through 16, let's take a look at our number 15 team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who seem to have burst out of the gates. Now, did not get that victory in week 1, but were very competitive. And then week 2, we saw them get a big win. And then week 3, their biggest victory so far against the Los Angeles Chargers, where they absolutely destroyed them. The defense really showed out, getting a lot of turnovers, putting the offense in great positions to score, and they did not let up. They did did not let the Chargers even get close to coming back into this game. Justin Herbert may be dealing with some injuries, but he looked fine for the most part. There's nothing really that the Chargers can use as an excuse as to why they lost this game. The Jacksonville Jaguars are just a really good team that are on the rise. They're starting to click. Trevor Lawrence looks fantastic under center. He really feels comfortable in this offense, and the wide receivers are really stepping up and doing their job as well. All around, this team is just fantastic, and with Doug Peterson as the new head coach, you can see how much of a difference it makes, and that's why we see them here at 15. Next team I want to take a look at is the Cleveland Browns at 14. Now, the Cleveland Browns do not have Deshaun Watson. They have Jacoby Brissett, and we all thought with Jacoby, they're going to be lucky to get 3 wins in the span that he is under center. But look at them now, 2-1 to start the year. Jacoby Brissett also looks very comfortable under center. Looks like Amari Cooper was a great steal that they got from the Dallas Cowboys, because he is coming in clutch for Jacoby Brissett. And then Nick Chubb looking very good on the ground, the best running back in the NFL by far. And I think with the way they are looking, the defense playing as great as they are, there is really no team in the NFL that they can't compete against. I don't care if it's the Bills or the Buccaneers, the Cleveland Browns will have a shot. And I think that's a very scary sign, because Deshaun Watson is going to offer a ton more than Jacoby is right now. And that's why we see the Browns here at 14.
Moving over to our final leg of our power rankings, 1 through 8. We see a lot of shifting going on here, but I want to take a look at team number 7, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers came down to the final play where unfortunately they had a delay of game penalty and were not able to convert the 2-point conversion, therefore losing the game to the Green Bay Packers. All of this without Mike Evans, their clear and cut number 1 wide receiver. There was no Chris Godwin. There was no Julio Jones. They were running out there with Russell Gage and whoever else wanted to play wide receiver off the street. It really wasn't that great. Tom Brady was still effective at points, and this defense really kept them in it. They limited Aaron Rodgers to 2 touchdowns on offense, and that was it. This is a team to be reckoned with. They're only number 7 right now, but when they get fully healthy, when they get everybody back from suspension, as long as they don't continue to fight throughout the season, they should be one of the best teams in the NFL moving forward. And the next team I want to talk about here, the number 1 team on our list, the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a team that we have been telling you guys about all offseason long, all through the regular season now, and this is a team that has to be feared. They sit undefeated right now along with the Miami Dolphins, and they are showing everyone exactly why. The addition of A.J. Brown has really opened up this offense to include Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown in the passing game. Dallas Goedert still doing his thing. Jalen Hurts is looking like an MVP candidate, and they have figured out this offensive side of the ball to a T. The addition of Jordan Davis on the defensive line is really paying dividends, though, because next to Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, this guy is eating offensive linemen alive, and he is doing it in droves. This entire defense is shutting people down. 9 sacks against the Washington Commanders, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. This is an Eagles team that needs to be feared. Every Eagles fan that was thinking of the super team in 2012, you got it here in 2022.
Yeah, Eagles are a scary team, and they're just getting started. I really don't know if there is a team in the NFL that can stop them right now.
Well, I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of our power rankings. Which teams do we have too high? Which teams do we have too low? Let us know in the comments down below. All right, well, that's going to be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.